I think that the standard is too low. And when you think about what's impossible, right? Our definition of impossible is just a little bit more than the best performance ever done. So if the world record for a 1 mile run is 3 minutes, then surely it must be impossible to run a mile in 2 minutes. But we only think that because the world record is 3. So we're giving all the power to the said individual that just works harder than everyone else. And that's how I connected to what I want to accomplish personally. You can't say that any of the things that I want to do is impossible natural. It just means that I need to take a different approach. I need to work harder than the hardest working individual, and I need to work smarter than the smartest working individual that has ever accomplished the goal that I'm trying to accomplish. It's that simple. It's that simply said. When we connect that to our attention economy, this reason is exactly why we have a steroid epidemic, in my opinion. It's because people are trying to look for that next impossible standard. So it's been saturated. So how do we get around that? Well, we have to go back. We have to go back to when people were impressed by natural physiques, but with a twist, okay? We need the performance to match or outdo someone on steroids. Now, physiologically, that it must be physiologically impossible to do, right? Well, I don't think so, because the average person doesn't train hard enough to even see 60% of their genetic limit before hopping on, or they never hop on and they just never see their full potential, or they never train in a way that utilizes their entire structure. So you might train explosiveness but never train control. You might train control but never train endurance. You might train the muscle and undertrain the tendon. Or you might never train your grip strength or build the mobility or flexibility that you need to build to open up other movements. You might train calisthenics and never see how it transfers to this or that. And I'm not insinuating here that there's the perfect way to train. That's the problem. There is no perfect way to train. But if I can check as many boxes as possible while still making progress, then I'm not putting all my eggs in too many baskets. I'm putting my eggs in the right baskets, because our body's a machine and it's very adaptable, and it should adapt to the said stimulus I put it through. So, I mean, I really hope this video ages well. I hope that, people come back to this video once I've already become a physical anomaly or freak. Because, man, like with the rise of AI and steroids, 2026, I'm 21 years old and I don't want to hop on steroids. and I don't want to create brain rot content. So where does that leave me as a person that wants to stand out in the physical world? I must push myself into freak status. I need to become a freak, but I also need to become a freak that can turn other people into freaks as well. Other people that feel the same way as me. So that's where I stand with that. I hope this video ages well. It should, because I have all the drive in the world and I'm hungry for this. And to bring it back to what our version of impossible is, I think that's the main decider. Like, how hungry are you for this goal? How hungry? Because again, to reiterate, our version of impossible is just a little bit harder than the hardest working person in that said category. So if I can work harder than the person and smarter than the person that has the best standard ever done, then the standard we set ourselves to that's impossible is no longer impossible. And when I get there, I'll see you there. And hopefully I can provide as much value as possible along the way. It's Jaden Federico, 21 years old, signing out.